Some dogs could've bought me veneers, Texas piece on my neck, could've bought your career. Safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest. Been stepping up since my mama stayed in them apartments. Regardless, my daddy told me keep it even when I'm in foreigns. I'm heartless, cause he hating on me just because I'm the biggest, the largest, the biggest, the largest. Stuff in Cali, let my little brother, my little boy get whatever he want. Madam T don't be asking for much. The rest of that get a punch. Left wrist on some, I had to stunt. Right wrist, I just did it because 600 the label you.
Welcome you to Thursday evening as we get set for some exciting NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. And just a single game trip away from Los Angeles for the Lakers.
And we know these two teams have some history between them. Should make for a fun contest.
Yeah, it's a game both teams get up for, regardless of recent records.
And there it is for him. Tonight, and I'm looking forward to this, Greg, we're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. Two of the league's best going-head.
Oh, that was some power on that dunk.
Oh, okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little. Just a little extra on that one. I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. Nailed from three-point land. James has got 5.
Showing some range. LeBron more than capable of hurting you from deep.
Here's Bailey. And there's another one for the Jazz.
Well, early in this game, they've made one good play after another.
Here's Cunningham. You know, Stan, when you talk about the skill set Cade Cunningham possesses, what impresses you most?
I think a couple of things, Kevin. Number one, his poise is outstanding. This guy never gets bothered by anything that happens in a game, by any type of adversity. He's just going to come back with the same mindset on the next play. And also his shooting has improved so much that you've now got to defend him honestly on the perimeter, and that sets up the rest of his game.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring option.
Down low, here's Filipowski.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
Well, look at him get up. Cade has some hops now.
And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with the Jazz head coach. I asked him about LeBron James and what his team's defensive game plan was against him, and he said to me, hope and pray that he misses a majority of his shots. With LeBron, there's only so much you can do against him, but we're going to do our best. We'll see what happens here tonight. Guys, back over to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Pass to Randall. The kick out to Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. There's the drive. And Cunningham with the slam.
And just blitzing his way to the rim. Cunningham attacked at full speed.
Here's Kessler. They double him with James. Nice ball movement by Utah. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
He misses the free throw. And Stan, Utah has been all about basketball up until last year. The Jazz, the only major professional sporting franchise in the state.
Yeah, now they've got hockey, but from the venerated days of Stockton and Malone in the 80s, basketball has become effectively the state sport of Utah.
The Jazz with another miss. And here are the Lakers. Here's LeBron. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's George. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
That's a 2 from Cunningham. Filipowski grabs the board.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good luck. Just couldn't find the mark.
And the basket by Bailey.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's James. Drives to the hoop. And James throws it down.
Oh, textbook pick and roll there. James doing a great job breaking down the defense.
Bailey with the ball. Over Cunningham. Bailey misses. And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it. Puts up a 3. James misses. Here's Bailey. Lays it up off the glass. Bailey's got 6 points.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Assertive drive by Cunningham. Just took off and never looked back.
Pass to Nurkic. The Jazz have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line. Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that.
Absolutely. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's James. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. And 11 points for LeBron.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
They push it up 4 on 3. Nurkic with the block. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Lakers lead by 1. And the And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Lakers.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And also, they're doing something you don't see as much anymore, and that is converting time and time again from the mid-range.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Now Porter, scoreless thus far. Unloads. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And out of the pick and roll, Porter showing great coordination, fluidity, and versatility.
Kicks it out to James. George with the steal. Pass to Beauchamp. From the arc. Drills the three-pointer. And it's a 4-point Utah lead. And here are the Lakers. Here's James. And LeBron throws it down.
Oh, filling it up. James doing it all.
When LeBron's playing days are over, and GA, who knows when that'll be, what will you remember most about his play?
You know, I don't think there's ever been a player who came into the league with such lofty expectations and not only met those expectations, but fair to say, he's exceeded them.
And it's James missing. Jazz leading by 4. Now, here's Reddish. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
And you can't allow Nurkic to get that kind of position. When you do, he is going to rattle that rim.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. No good on the three. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
And they're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
There's Porter with the three. A three-pointer is right on target. Porter's got the lead up to 9 now for the Jams. Here's James. James barreling in for the jam.
Watch out. LeBron's on the move, and he's not going to be denied.
To the left side wing. Stolen by Reeves. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thank you, guys. The Lakers are trying to maximize what LeBron James has left in the tank. Coach J.J. Redick said, when you get to coach one of the greatest players ever, you take a lot of joy and pride and excitement in that. And it's my job to help him in these last few innings of his career. Back to you, Kev.
A rare opportunity indeed. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Trains the three-pointer. Porter's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Indeed, with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Rebound the Lakers. And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Smooth finish inside by LeBron.
Vintage LeBron there, owning the lane. I mean, who's going to stop that?
Pass to Nurkic. And Jones pulls it down. Lakers trail by 7. Now Cunningham. Defended by George. Takes the 3. Cunningham's shot is off. And here's Reddish. And finished off by Porter.
And this is Porter Jr.'s role. It's why his coaches and teammates encourage him to keep looking to score.
James. A putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's George. And he banks in the layup. George has got his second bucket tonight.
An efficient finisher inside. George makes the most of the close-range opportunity.
Randall, great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Pass to Nurkic. 20 feet out. Rebound the Lakers.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
First trip to the line for him here. And the first one goes.
LeBron James. 2 shots.
And so he hits both. Ball's knocked loose. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Michael Porter making things happen for the Utah Jazz. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And it's Smart with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a 5-point game. They host the Clippers after this game. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Pass to Filipowski. Now Kessler. And he uses the glass on the layup. Kessler's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, you want Kessler involved in the offense. That's the kind of shot you're looking for.
Miller with a wide open look. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. There's always a need for shot makers in the NBA, GA, and that's what Ace Bailey brings to the fore.
And Bailey has a smooth jumper with a high release point that allows him to shoot over just about any defender. And when you pair that with his physical tools, his upside is through the roof. And when I watch Ace Bailey, I see a wing with unlimited potential. Going forward, it's about refining that skill set and adding some strength to that frame.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities. Yeah, they've come out of the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
Here's Bailey. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Jazz trailed by 3. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Bailey. Shoots over man. Bailey misses. Miller surveying the floor. And Ace Bailey picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Jones, no luck.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those 2 guys.
Clock at 6. Bailey. The Jazz with another miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. From past the arc, Kessler with the rebound. Jazz trip by 3. Stolen by Smart. Miller outside. Lets it go from deep. Utah with the rebound. They can look forward to San Francisco after this game and a matchup against Golden State. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Collier.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Here's Bailey into the lane, and Kessler throws it down.
Well, what I love about Walker Kessler, he's a 7-footer who plays like a 7-footer.
Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Here's Collier, and the layup is good. Collier's got 4 points this quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Inside, here's Jones. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Miller penetrating. Kessler with the rebound. "56 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Filipowski. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's a 3-point Utah lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Smart deciding where to go with it. Lobbed up there for Miller. No good that time. Jazz leading by 3. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Bailey. What a terrific move that was. Bailey's got 10 points.
And at about 6'9", Bailey is good at using that size inside. Looking like a polished vet on that tape.
Outside, Smart. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day?
55.
Utah out in front.
50.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The Jazz on offense. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Well, you got to keep George away from the basket, or you can expect to get dunked. Well, this is exactly what they need to be doing to close the gap, relying on his ability to get to the rim.
Pass to Nurkic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Jazz lead by 7.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
James looking it over. Wow, the athleticism of LeBron James.
Man, LeBron James, the king, can still fly.
Outside, George. To the inside. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Utah leading by 7. The shot by George, wide open. Bangs home the trifecta. George is...
Dressing for bands everywhere, scraping at my feet. Hey, what the? Wants aggressively